Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are honored by your presence as we prepare to commemorate the accession of Montenegro to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. In a few moments, Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Denis Mercier, will arrive accompanied by the Defense Attaché of Montenegro to the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Nina Zindovic from the Embassy of Montenegro to the United States of America would now like to present some interesting facts about Montenegro. Please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to share with you some interesting facts about my small but very beautiful country. Montenegro is located in South and East Europe, and it has a coast on the Adriatic Sea. For your better understanding, I would compare the size of Montenegro as the size of Connecticut, and with population approximately as of Washington, D.C. Montenegro has recognized as a country on the Berlin Congress in 1878, and after more than a century regained its independence on May 21st, 2006. Petrovic Dynasty was the fourth dynasty in Montenegrin history and the most important. Prince Danilo Petrovic established the first notable signs of a modern state, introducing the first written criminal code of the time. Peter I had a great authority among people of Montenegro, and 20 years after his death, he was pronounced a saint and is celebrating to this day. Nikola I Petrovic was the king of Montenegro from 1910 to 1918. Finally, one of the most famous Montenegrin rulers, Prince Petar II Petrovic Njegoš, was also one of the most famous poets of South Slavic countries. The most signature work is the Mountain Wreath. The Statehood Day of Montenegro is celebrating on July 13th. The Montenegro has two capital cities, of which Cetinje is an old royal capital and a city of museums and old embassy buildings, and Podgorica is a current capital city and the largest city in Montenegro. The Breton poet Lord Byron wrote on Montenegro, "At the moment of the creation of our planet, the most beautiful merging of land and sea occurred at the Montenegrin seaside." It is really possible to have a breakfast by the seaside and enjoy our beautiful beaches, and at the afternoon to ski in our resorts on the north side, or to experience an exciting rafting on Tara River, and have a dinner by the one of our beautiful lakes, all in one day. The Canyon of Tara is the deepest canyon in Europe and the second largest canyon in the world after the Colorado Canyon in the United States. The River Tara is also so-called Tear of Europe because of its clearness. The mountain Durmitor is on the north side, famous by many lakes in its foothill, breathtaking tops, and also by the name of its lake, so-called Eyes of Mountain. The largest beach is 12 kilometers long, located in town Ulcinj. Montenegro is a member of United Nations, the World Trade Organization, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, the Council of Europe, and Montenegro joined NATO on June 5th, 2017. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Fleet Forces Band, under the direction of Lieutenant Robert Coates, will play as the Headquarters Supreme Allied Commander Transformation Color Detail marches on. Sound attention. Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Denis Mercier, accompanied by the Defense, Military, Naval, and Air Attaché of Montenegro to the United States of America, Lieutenant Colonel Mitar Klikovac. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Denis Mercier, will celebrate the accession of Montenegro into the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. We are pleased to recognize Defense Attaché of Montenegro to the United States of America, Lieutenant Colonel Mitar Klikovac. Please join us in honoring Montenegro in raising their flag. Ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, the national anthem of Montenegro will be played, followed by the NATO hymn. During the NATO hymn, there will be no salute. The raising of Montenegro's flag will be live streamed and synchronized between NATO headquarters in Brussels, Allied Command Operations in Mons, and Allied Command Transformation here in Norfolk. The flag will be raised when Secretary General, the Honorable Jens Stoltenberg, finishes his speech in Brussels. Parade rest. Will the guests please be seated? Ladies and gentlemen, Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Denis Mercier.
Dear Lieutenant Colonel Klikovac, representing Montenegro, Admirals, Generals, Air Marshal, distinguished guests, my fellow ACT teammates, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered this morning to celebrate the official accession of Montenegro in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This landmark moment is celebrated in every Allied headquarters across the Euro-Atlantic space on this very day. It is an honor and a privilege for me to officially welcome the 29th member nation of our alliance among our ranks. It is also the outcome of a lengthy process, a demanding journey for this young independent nation. The alliance has always had an open door policy, as stated in the Article 10 of the North Atlantic Treaty. Every European country willing to join this community of destiny and purpose and willing to contribute to the security of the Euro-Atlantic space can be invited to join. This principle has been reaffirmed time and again, and most recently in December 2015, when Montenegro was officially invited to begin accession talks with the allies. But joining NATO is not a mere formality, and I commend Montenegro for the very hard work it has undergone to conform to the alliance's standards, procedures, and to reaffirm its values shared by all of our nations and grounded in the principles we cherish: democracy, individual liberty, and the rule of law. This encompassing effort and commitment to reform is a tribute to the steadfastness and determination of Montenegro, qualities that will be invaluable to overcome the common challenges we will undoubtedly face in the future. Our alliance is built first and foremost on mutual trust and shared values. At a challenging time, in a strategic environment defined by complexity and unpredictability, we must rejoice in welcoming new members willing to tie their destiny to ours. Now that the flag of Montenegro flies proudly among the 28 other flags of NATO nations, let us celebrate what is certainly the end of a journey, but also, more importantly, the beginning of a new chapter for the Euro-Atlantic security. Long live the North Atlantic Treaty Organization and our 29 nations. Thank you.
Supreme Allied Commander Transformation, General Denis Mercier, has created a new coin in honor of the Montenegro accession into the NATO. He will now present the very first coin of its kind, boasting the Montenegro flag among the other NATO national flags, to Lieutenant Colonel Mitar Klikovac. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Mitar Klikovac will now make his remarks.
Dear Commander of the Allied Command Transformation, General Mercier, Your Excellencies, Generals, Admirals, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear allies, it is my extraordinary pleasure, privilege, and honor to represent Montenegro at this historically important and notable moment for my country, which represents the crown of the Montenegro's commitment and efforts to achieve one of its strategic national goals: accession to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the family of the highly developed and democratic states that share common values, family that supports and cherishes its members and provides a unique platform for collective security, development, and prosperity. For centuries, the history of Montenegro has been saturated with bitter struggle for freedom, with uncertainty and insecurity, and unfortunately, often with horrific consequences of wars. Without any modesty, I can assure you that our people is very well familiar with what that struggle meant and what it still means, how many sacrifices we had to bear to get there, and with how much passionate desire we seek to jealously protect our painstakingly gained successes. We sincerely hope that these dark episodes from our history are finally over, and that with great confidence we can now consider the brighter future, and that we can write our history with more certainty and in bright letters. Along with regaining the independence in 2006, Montenegro clearly defined its strategic goals, and shortly after joined Partnership for Peace to fulfill one of those, full-fledged membership to NATO. Our second but equally important goal is accession to European Union, towards which we consider this event today yet another step closer and another success and momentum that will take us over the finish line. For nearly a decade, Montenegro has invested significant amount of human, material, and every other possible potential and resource, accompanied with the unselfish and wholehearted support of today's allies, to transform and improve itself and implement necessary standards to become worthy of the membership in such an outstanding organization. One would think that this event is the end of our struggle. However, no one should make no mistake. This is only the ending of just one small chapter in our long-lasting history, and hopefully just the beginning of consistent progress and prosperity. This occasion represents another historical turning point for Montenegro, our first shift to join Western democracies. Joining this family, my great small state of Montenegro, small by area and population, but great by courage and dignity, brings along its people's pride and honor, its commitment to support and protect the ones in need, and its strong and undeniable pledge to its allies. Joining NATO, Montenegro remains committed to the highest democratic principles and to its allies, to the alliance's efforts to provide safety and security on its territory, in its neighborhood, as well as globally, setting conditions for the members' overall economic growth and prosperity, and will continue to be an important contributing factor to the regional stability and strong supporter of its neighbors that strive to implement best practices and share democratic values of modern societies. Montenegro is looking forward to maintain good relations with its neighbors, supporting them in their efforts, and hopefully soon welcoming them in joining the alliance. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President of Montenegro, the Prime Minister and the government of Montenegro, the Parliament, the people of Montenegro, my ambassador and myself personally, I would like to thank you all for your strong support on our path to full membership, and assure you that Montenegro will maintain efforts to build its future to the highest democratic and economic standards of the developed Europe and the world, fostering traditional values of Montenegrin society, to strengthen a system that will provide an equal opportunity and chance for success for everyone, to create an environment to retain creative potential within our country and attract the one from the outside, and to build and strengthen capacities and capabilities to resist and face a full spectrum of challenges that threaten democratic societies. Thank you very much.
The United States Fleet Forces Band will now honor all Alliance nations' services by playing the U.S. military service song as the color detail pass in review. our ceremony, we thank all of you for attending. Please join us in the staff mess for a reception and the cake cutting.